Good day, everyone. I hope everyone survived that night without social media. And I hope everyone survived all the tweets with Facebook down, Bitcoin up. But as a matter of fact, Bitcoin is moving upwards, and that is great. So we're going to discuss Bitcoin in this morning update. And we're going to discuss what the hell is going to happen to altcoins at this stage. Before that, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also do not forget to like this YouTube update, as that's helping me a lot to grow this channel towards the next level. And also do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram beneath and follow them, as I'm doing a giveaway at 50k followers. So last night, Facebook, whether or not it's being hacked, it doesn't really make sense to me. I'm here for price action. And Facebook went down, and well, you could be expecting a move to be happening on the markets when such a thing happens. And yesterday we've also discussed the fact that Evergrande was taking over the markets once again, and oil prices were running up. That could be causing a downwards move on the markets. However, beautifully, the equity markets have been dropping down significantly, and through that, we've also been seeing that Bitcoin has been getting a slight corrective move as we touch this low. Looking at the equity markets today, and it's coming to a conclusion already, is that we're bouncing back up and the equity markets are opening with a green candle of about 0.7%, meaning that most likely today the equity markets in the US are going to open green too. So yesterday, and also in the past days, we've seen that Bitcoin and crypto have been bouncing up swiftly, while the equity markets were dropping a little. This could be, it's strange, as normally you would be expecting a panic to be happening on the crypto markets when the equity markets start to drop. So the actual conclusion that we can derive out of that is that Bitcoin might be front running the equity markets, in which crypto is signaling that the equity markets are going to bottom out quite soon. That is chance one. The second one is that crypto will be a safe haven in the case of a crash on the equity markets, which doesn't make sense, as we didn't see that one happening at all in the markets yet. So the bounce back up is kind of in line with the fact that Bitcoin was bouncing up already too and showing some strength. So I'm assuming that we will be seeing continuously a bounce back up on the equity markets relatively soon too, and maybe the dollar and Brent oil dropping from here onwards, but that's something we have to discuss still. Looking at the price action, as you can see on the chart, we have been covering this topic. We've taken the liquidity on the high, we've taken the liquidity on the lows, and I was assuming that once we got into that range, we are going to have a swift bounce back up. And we did, so probably we're going to grind back up. Levels that we are crucial to watch, I think the same levels still, which means that the area around 47k is the one that I'm currently watching that it had to hold on to. Preferably the area around 47.5 to 48k is something to watch. And now the question becomes of the fact, why don't we get a retest at 45k? Well, if you look back in history, in this case, we've got the crash in June 2021, or at least the correction back then. Beautiful retests causing all those previous highs to be broken, right? So what do we see? Reversals happening here, consolidation, run back up. And you can see that we don't really get a retest at 31k. We're just constantly making higher lows, another breakout to the upside, resulting in a very big breakout to the upside, even more, and not really a retest of 32k happening here. Breakout to the upside, why? Well, we struggle around this recent lower high, but we also get all those other wicks here that is probably stop hunting, and some shorts are placed at those levels. So once we crack this one, you generally get a very big move to the upside as all those levels are taken. And that's what we saw here. And when we got in that range, you would assume that we might be getting a retest in this zone. However, when markets are granting you such a retest, it's not really showing that much strength. It's usually in a bull market, it's not giving you the favorite retest to be buying back in. So now we already see that two of those tests are not done. And when we go back, or when we go further in the actual structure, we can see the exact same. Here we do get a beautiful retest as we slam dunk through levels. And over here, when we do the exact same, is we don't get a retest of this level here, right? So also in this case, we do not get a retest. In this case, we did not get a retest, but the prices dropped back down towards support. So those retests are not happening on and on. They do not happen that often, especially when you go back in history when it comes to the 10K breakout. It's just not giving you those re-entries all the time. So you should be convinced, or you should be considering the fact of, okay, what is the strategy that I could be assuming or trading in with if I want to start a swing trade and I was not able to buy here, as majority is not buying at support, but the most of you are eager to buy into this range here. So then you're questioning yourself, okay, if we get to 45K, I will be buying. If we lose 43, I'll be out. But if we do not get the beautiful retest, the odds of buying here in this range is granting me a beautiful entry. The downside is all the way towards 43K. The upside is literally another run towards all-time high at bare minimum, which is granting you a risk reward of around, I guess, like 4 to 1. I have to get that one going. Here you go. So if you buy in this range, this is the loss, and it is 3.5 to 1 at best at this stage, which is, you should always look for a minimum of 3 to 1. So should you be buying into Bitcoin at this stage, or even at 49K? Well, given the conclusion of the historical price action, it seems more likely that Bitcoin will be breaking out upwards towards anything around 50K, or maybe even the recent high, and then comes down towards 49 before we continue to rally back up. But the overall question of a retest of 45K, that is just not what you want to be happening, as in history those retests after such a big candle are not being done. So I think you should be looking for higher levels, and I think you should be doing it for altcoins as well. Looking at Ethereum at this stage, we can see the exact same picture. I'll just use the squigglies once again. Squiggly level is pretty much the same. So sideways action, breakout to the upside, immediate flip of this previous high, resulting in continuation to the upside, right? And we cracked a critical resistance zone around 3160 for support. And then we found resistance around 35. Coming back down into support, in which, in which support is holding here. I'm not expecting Ethereum to go all the way back down towards this level once again. If we get that, the confirmation of lower highs are quite clear. So then you would be looking at shorts around this area with a stop here and take profits around this zone. So right now we got a beautiful retest, and we might even get it a little bit lower, in which we most likely are going to continue running, and then we take out these highs and probably are facing a run towards $3,800. That is what I'm assuming with the market. I think the chances of a breakout upwards are getting higher and higher, especially given the markets granting us a potential bounce on the equity markets. If you enjoy this type of content, please share a comment if you do. If you don't, also share a comment. If you want to see some other content, please share it in the comment section as well. Don't forget to like this YouTube update. I'll be back soon. Later today with an update on altcoins, and I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll be back later. Have a wonderful day.